Hi guys, I'm Monique. I'm a current university student studying psychology. I'm also currently on the road travelling, so I'm coming to you from Cooktown, which is quite beautiful at the moment, but I am actually just at the back of the car that we're living out of recording this, so I apologise if there's a bit of wind, but up this end of the top of Australia there's not much internet or Wi-Fi accessibility, so I'm doing the best that I can with this beautiful country that we're given. So today's topic is motivational interviewing and how it can be used effectively to help people who are in some kind of change in their life or that they could benefit from some sort of change. So in relation to that, my topic would be exercise adherence or long-term participation in some form of exercise to benefit from better health and overall well-being in the end. Motivational interviewing, from what we've read and been taught so far in our unit, is a great way to just bring about some sort of motivation from the client rather than pushing the motivation onto them. You allow them to sort of have autonomy over the conversation and give you as much information as possible, and then in the end they end up being the reason that they change rather than you forcing some kind of change on them, particularly in relation to exercise. Everyone has excuses, generally it's time, but if you use the techniques in motivational interviewing such as open-ended questions and then summarising what they've told you, and allowing them to give you you can understand their own motivations and what is going to be the reason they could change, you can definitely help them in the long run. It'll bring about motivations to themselves that they don't really understand, so you start with open-ended questions and just let them control the conversation, and then summarize it back to them so they can rehear it and reiterate it, and the reasons that they want to change, and allowing them to come to the conclusions of what's going to help them change in the long term. That is the best thing that you could do, rather than you need to really be careful not to what they call writing reflex. That is a term for if the client says something and you know that that's different or wrong, you tell them that rather than letting them figure it out themselves. So it's got to be a very collaborative conversation between yourself and the client, and letting them control it and run the conversation. So I guess from what we've been taught, the principles to motivational interviewing is resisting the writing reflex, understanding the patient's own motivations, listening with empathy, empowering the client. That's a big one. So if they've had some kind of success before, you can definitely use that success and empower them and say, well, last time you did this and you got 6 months down the track and you lost a certain amount of weight, or you adhered to exercise for that long, of course you can do it again, like you've done before. Why can't you do it again? What's different this time? Those sort of techniques used in the past, or understanding the reasons that they don't think they can change, and then asking them, well, if you in 6 months time, what do you think the benefit could be, and use that sort of goal in the future for them to work out what they need to do now to change. Those sort of things can really help. So from what we've been taught, motivational interviewing is definitely an effective principle to use when someone's trying to change or needs to change, especially the exercise adherence. So hopefully that's been a bit informative for you guys. I apologise for the background and my moving, but this is a beautiful country that we've got, and I'm lucky enough to be travelling in it, and doing study on the side so that I can do something in the future and maybe help someone adhere to some exercise, maybe with my partner or something like that. So hope you have a good day, and we'll talk to you later.